Hello, folks. Right, on to this weird-looking dragon dating game. And you'll accuse me of being a scaly. Right, let's... Angels with scaly wings. I have no idea what to expect in this one. Bum, bum. Really should have tested if it actually ran beforehand. Alright, it's loading. Okay. How do I put this in full screen? Is there an options? Is there not a... Ah! I am an ambassador. Okay. Teleported to a strange land. Something is off with this place. Murder! Explore a town full of secrets. I didn't know this was murder. Ooh. I will sort the screen out in a minute, by the way. The people who keep them. Hope. Remy, intrigue, black holes, quantum entanglement. Edine, higher self premonition, solar Anna, somatic barrier, passion. Bryce, leadership, ego, refracture syndrome. Oh. Loads of different ones. Angels with scaly wings. Okay, this looks so weird. Right, options. Video, do we have a full screen? Yes, we do. Okay. We're good. Audio. Right. Let's start, shall we? We probably won't finish this one today, but we'll play a bit of it. Because I've already been streaming for like 4.5 hours ish. Because the stream cut after 20 minutes. Because of course, detecting user profile. User profile not found. Enter your name. Viggo. Choose a colour. Blue. Does this look right? Yes. User profile confirmed. Before we start, please review the following information. Use left click or enter to advance text. Menu options. Press space to advance text only. Okay. Okay, that's good. Escape or right click brings up the menu. F toggles full screen. Mouse wheel or page up and down to review past messages. Okay. Control or tab to skip scene messages. Good. S takes a screenshot. Middle click or H hides the text window. Okay. That would be all. Good. I like that. I like the whole skipping scene text helps with achievement hunting. The year is 20XX. Only recently has humanity discovered a portal that leads into a different world. Populated with a race of intelligent talking dragons. I was one of the few to travel to this world. But maybe I should start at the beginning. It all began when we discovered a strange device in the middle of nowhere during one of our expeditions. A portal. Ooh. I'd heard about similar technology before, though that had been more on an experimental level. From what I knew, the other portals had been created in the past, were under consideration for mass application. As for this one in particular, though, we did not know who had built it, nor when, or why we found it in the wilderness where we did. What was more exciting to us was the fact that it was functional. After our first tests, we found out there was someone else on the other side who was in possession of a similar portal, and our attempts at communication through letters were successful. In the end, the machine's extraordinary demand for power meant we needed to act quickly, as we wouldn't be able to keep the portal open for much longer. I expected a silly dating game about dragons. This is a heavy lore drop. When we made this, when we made this known to the other side, we received a very unexpected reply. A letter of invitation. After some deliberation, it was decided to accept the hospitality and send a person to the other side. There was an individual who took the job most immediately. Ooh, okay. Oh, so this is like a human dating dragon thing? Reza Ikie... Pardon my not pronouncing properly. Reza Izquierdo. I knew him, or rather, had known him. We attended the same school back then, even had a few classes together. We were never really very close friends, but we talked to each other occasionally and hung out with the same crowd sometimes. However, we still went our separate ways in the end. I wasn't sure what to think about the whole thing, but he had to have known what he was doing. He was certainly brave. Either that or just very, very foolish. While I wasn't sure which, his courage was applauded by others. After all, he couldn't possibly have known who or what would await him the other side of the portal. And if he did meet someone there, who knew what kinds of intentions they might have? Not that any speculation on our part would have made a difference. When the day finally came, through he went, with applause echoing across the area, equipped with only the clothes he wore, his multi-tool, a gun, and a device on his wrist that acted as a PDA. This is bananas so far. Then we waited. The crowd that was applauding him slowly dispersed when the enthusiasm died down, so there was nothing for us to do to wait and speculate. Approximately 8 hours later, we received our first message from him. While we had assumed the portal led to another in a different country, or maybe on a different continent, the reality turned out to be much more foreign. The situation he described to us was so outlandish that we initially took it as a joke. A very bad joke, maybe, even with worse timing and with even worse timing and no punchline at all. It soon became clear to us, though, that we may just have had one of the most important discoveries since the dawn of mankind. Finding the portal had been remarkable in itself, but this took it to a completely different level. From what he described about the place, or more accurately, its inhabitants, we surmised it could not be part of Earth at all. We called them dragons because, according to Reza, that's what they were, or at least that's what they resembled most. Even though we found it hard to believe, it had been these dragons who sent us all the letters, and what Reza found on the other side of the portal was a whole civilization of them. They could talk, write books, had buildings and electricity. In many ways, their society was actually very similar to our own. I need a drink already. Jesus is... Okay. So who were they? And where was this place? Could they be aliens? Our speculations led us to conclude otherwise. After all, we know about the existence of thousands of planets, millions of light years away, that may have been theoretically habitable. Yet even then we had never found conclusive proof in regards to actual alien life forms. Some people brought up quantum mechanics in parallel universes, but in the end, this was all just conjecture, and ultimately fruitless endeavour, since we neither had the means nor the resources to explore these possibilities in greater detail. I think there's just one thing worth mentioning before I move on. Really? Is it more writing? The previous isolation had been mutual. They hadn't known about any other intelligent life form beyond their own. The portal had only recently been discovered, and was a technology previously unknown to them. And just as we had myths about dragons, they had myths about us. That was what we knew about them so far, and as interesting as learning these things and debating their cultural significance was, we didn't really know what we should make of it all. Reza apparently was sure of what he was doing, though, as he eventually let us know that they had agreed on a trade. We were to give them a few of our PDA devices, which contained vast amounts of knowledge, dwarfing even that of encyclopedias. In return, they would supply us with generators. Overall, they didn't seem as technologically advanced as we had been. But they did surpass us in one aspect. The means of generating energy seemed sustainable. Not only that, but evidently also quite efficient. We could certainly be able to put technology to good use. I'm using the ability to read, there's so much of it. And trading mere past knowledge of the human race for something more tangible was a good call on his part. That was where I came in. My prior experience in both biology and sociology made me a good fit to deliver our PDA devices for the trade. And while a pet peeve of mine is using and to begin a sentence, that's not right. And as connective. Anyway, waiting for the prototypes of our generators to be manufactured by them, I would act as an ambassador on humanity's behalf. What a way to make a first impression by a display of mutual goodwill. Everyone benefits and everyone goes home happy. All is well. At least, that was the plan. Despite the images that living, talking dragons might conjure up in some people's minds, I didn't even think of bringing a weapon myself, considering that they were reportedly friendly and peaceful enough. There was no need for me to fear potential intentions like Razor did when he had stepped into unknown territory. Thank you, Mac. Thank you, Mac. That reminds me to take a drink as well. Okay, this is a lot of lore and a lot of reading. Acting as humanity's ambassador, I had to do my best to uphold a high standard in fostering this diplomatic relationship. True, do gotta stay hydrated, especially, I'm probably gonna lose my voice tomorrow. My anxiousness was fueled by all the questions lurking in my head, just as the machine started to do its work. While talking, gotta wet that whistle, indeed. Would it hurt? Who would I meet on the other side? What if they really weren't so friendly and just made Razor write all those letters with the pretense of appearing friendly, only to lure us into the den of man-eating monsters and certain doom, with us ending as nothing more than a tasty afternoon snack? Maybe I should have brought a weapon after all. Suddenly, I felt a shiver coursing through my whole body. That noise isn't very pleasant. When I disintegrated, as if every cell, every atom of my body was torn from me and pulled in a different direction. Stop with the noise! I saw darkness and light, painting patterns in the stars as I travelled. Images rapidly flashed before me of things unseen and unspoken. Both horrifying and beautiful, it was an experience unlike any other, yet over in just a split second. Then it was dark. I could only see a patch of lighter colour contrasting with its dark surroundings. As my vision started to clear. Its edges got sharper as the patch of light slowly took shape, giving me the distinguished outline of a reptilian head and the array of horns sprouting from it. Hello? He's a scientist! It was a dragon! As I could now see, a dragon who not only had a pair of round glasses, but also wore a burgundy tie around his neck. Very wide tie. This is very... and here we go. Indeed. Remy, in the name of our people... what name? He seems posh. In the name of our people, I bid you welcome. If I may introduce myself, I am Remy, your guide and ambassador, a representative of our council. The dragon spoke. It was one thing to have heard and read about this, but something else entirely to have one standing in front of me in flesh and blood. And tongue. What? It was good that all my mental preparedness had disappeared when I was teleported, because nothing could have prepared me for this. Sorry, I imagine you might still feel the effects of the teleportation. Drowsiness or weakness is not unusual, as is fainting and spontaneous emptying of your bowels, bladder or stomach. How do you feel? I'm a shit myself, mate. Rendered speechless, I had totally forgotten that I was shouldering the burden of representing my people to them as well. So much for being professional, but at least he gave me a good excuse for my blunder. Sup, Jimmy? We're reading a lot. How are you doing? Good goober emotes. Good old goobers. Oh, sorry, I clicked on them and the game's gone. How are you doing, Jimbo? I think I'm alright. Oh, he smile. Well, I'm glad to hear that. He's very... I've come up with a new recipe. That's what I'm imagining. Maybe we should go before it gets too dark. Come with me, please. I'm good, heading home from a Pokemon card show. Ooh, nice. Did you get anything good? Or did you see anything good? You a Pokemon card collector? I'm more of a Lorcana guy myself. So I followed the dragon, not straying too far from him as the sun had already departed for the day and the remaining light diminished by the minute. This is pretty. Saw everything? Nice. Saw cards worth fucking thousands of dollars. Did get the Bumblebee Pikachu for the collection. Oh, that sounds cute. Hang on. I'm gonna Google that. Pikachu. Bumblebee Pikachu. There's one of him as Bumblebee from Transformers. Is that him or is it this one? Mecha Pikachu. We'll send when I get back. Yay, yeah, I'd love to see it. Right, let me just... Okay. Yeah, little Bumblebees. Type in promo with it. Okay, hang on. Bumblebee Pikachu promo. Oh, this one. This one. That's so cute. It's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. Yeah, oh, that's so cute. Oh, congratulations on the Bumblebee Pikachu. Let me just get a yes up so I can see if string goes. It's getting hard to see where I'm going. Sorry about that, but we had a good reason to schedule your arrival like this. We did not want you to be ambushed by a crowd, so we had to keep your exact time and date of arrival secret. Thanks, I suppose an event like this would make me a celebrity of sorts. It would be the same if one of you came to us. We'll be back when I'm home. Have a safe journey. Drive safe. That's quite an understatement. Some people here are rather superstitious. They might regard you or any of your kind as divine, I suppose. Oh, babes, I am divine. I'm kidding. Really? How so? We do have certain myths that involve humans as such. Oh, I suppose the history lesson will have to wait for another time. Here we are. By this point it had gotten so dark I could barely make out the building before us. I briefly wondered whether they might have streetlights elsewhere, or if they just did not require any due to the possible enhanced eyesight or night vision. I could vaguely see the dragon, as his light colours still visible in the blackness that engulfed the area. Rear up and manipulate the door handle with one of his forepaws. Okay. This is cute. Hinges creaking, the door opened. With a flick of a switch, the apartment was flooded with light, blinding me after all the time we just spent without it. This is where you'll live for the time being. It's fully stocked, but in case you need anything else, I left a note with a few phone numbers. It's getting rather late, so I will have to take my leave now. In any case, someone will come and meet you tomorrow morning. Thank you, Remy. Have a good night. Until we meet again. Okay. With a nod, Remy left the apartment, mindful enough to close the door behind himself. Surveying the room, I considered the events that had just transpired, and my gaze met the window. I could see movement outside, and as I drew nearer, startled, I could hear footsteps in the grass, moving quickly. Assuming it must have been the dragon I just met, I thought nothing of it as I went to bed and slowly succumbed to the sweet allure of sleep overdue. I spent a few moments thinking about my role, my mission, and what it meant to be here now. I felt the responsibility placed on my shoulders. I was eager for the adventure to come. Ugh. Oh, those are options. Felt the responsibility. Now here I was, a stranger in a strange land, as only I began to feel the weight of my burden that lay upon me. The pressure of my task and the expectations I would have to meet in representing a species, culture and civilization. So many would depend on it, yet I did not even know where the only human contact I had currently was. I was alone. This is deeper than I thought it would be. Oh, bong. Inception, Chapter 1. Ooh. Bwah. Inception. Okay. This game is taking itself very seriously. And, oh. I woke from uneasy dreams looking at an unfamiliar ceiling. Just for a moment I wondered where I was before the events of last night all came back to me. After a good stretch, I looked around the room, illuminated by the sunlight coming in from the window. Outside, in the distance, the portal I had emerged from proudly stood on the peak of a small hill. Getting ready, I noticed something was lying on the table. It was the note Remy had left for me in case I needed anything, along with his own home phone and work number. Who has a home phone now? I suppose dragons might not have cell phones. There were also some numbers for delivery of food and other necessities, as well as emergency and even janitorial services. He had certainly thought of everything, even though the clapping distracted me. Even though I now had to wonder what a dragon plumber might look like. I'm picturing Mario. My musings were interrupted when the doorbell rang. When I opened the door, I was met by another dragon. Oh, another voice I'm going to have to come up with. Oh, hello. Hello, you must be Viggo. I'm Sebastian and I'll be your escort, or security, I suppose. Should I stick with this voice? I usually work for the police though, nice to meet you. He seemed a lot smaller than Remy, and when he somewhat nervously extended his arm towards me, I noticed he apparently only walked on his hind legs with two forelimbs instead of having distinct arms, hands or fingers. Kiss his hand, could I go mwah? Took his hand in mine to shake it gently. I could feel the individual bumps and scales on his rough skin. Nice to meet you too, Sebastian. So where are you taking me? Straight into business, eh? We're going to visit the plant where they're making your generators. They have some news for you, or so I've heard. Razor will be there too. Sounds great. Just follow me. How much will this dragon be in the story? While we walked, I was under the impression we were purposely avoiding the busier parts of town, instead straying towards the edges and small alleys as to not to garner much words. Even then, we got the occasional stare. After just a couple of minutes, we arrived at our destination, where we were met by Razor, as well as yet another dragon, a vicious-looking beast that didn't stay too close to him. Ooh. Okay. So, I've noticed some dragons have ears, some of them don't. Hey. Razor, long time no see. How true is that? Good to finally see another human face around here. What a coincidence to have you, of all people, show up. Yeah, I guess those degrees aren't so useless after all. Tell that to my fucking prop-making degree. By the way, who's your friend? Just my bodyguard, same as yours. Don't bother with him, he doesn't talk much. Just like you. Very funny. Two dragons exchanged a few words as I met the gaze of the larger, tenebrous dragon a few paces from us. Sebastian turned towards me and spoke up again. Hey Viggo, this is Maverick. Nice to meet you. Yeah, whatever. Just don't expect me to give you any special treatment like everyone else is and we'll be good. What are you talking about? No, what are you talking about? You're saying you haven't noticed the stairs and how they all treat you like you're the next Messiah or something? No, I just thought... We're not the ones making a big deal out of this. You are. We're just here to get what we agreed on and then we'll be gone. If anything, I'd actually prefer if you left us alone. But you're the one who insists on following me around wherever I go. Right. Turn that down a little bit. A growl escaped the darker dragon's trembling lips as he bared his teeth at Razor. Alright, that's quite enough. Let's all go inside already, shall we? After you. This is a weird one, not gonna lie. The crisis was quickly averted as we entered the building, which was characterised by its many floors, high ceilings and long narrow hallways as Sebastian led us to our destination. There you are, I was waiting for you. Hello, you're quite sweet looking. Hey, matching ears. I've got ears like that. Wait a minute, I thought you were going to meet the guys from production. What are you doing here? They're only coming in later today, so you'll just have to make do with me. I see. Well, Viggo, this is Anna. Another Anna. She kind of manages this building, though she's actually more involved with the research ring than the production and engineering. Sup, how was Wally's Mart Chase? We are... This is a very weird game with a lot of deep lore. Dinosaurs or dragons. They're dragons, apparently. But some of them don't have wings and some of them don't have ears. And we're a human character who's gone through a portal to get generators, like sustainable energy generators from these dragons. It's weird. There was a lot of reading. Nice to meet you. My pleasure. I have something for you, by the way. It'll take them a while to make all the generators we promised, but we've got one for you here. Feel free to send it home and give it a test. Interesting. It's certainly an interesting game. Oh, hey, Razor. That's great, I'll take it. Looks a little small if you ask me. Don't underestimate its power, and do be careful not to drop it. Well, this might went fine. Lots of people buying flowers. I wonder why. I wonder. I'd never know what day it is, you know? It's just a random Saturday. It's a random Saturday. Who knew? Who knew flowers would be so popular on Saturdays? Sure, I'll be waiting outside while you do your thing, Viggo. Off he goes. I suppose I'll wait for you outside as well. What thing? Oh, have you brought the PDA? It's a day of work for me. Oh yeah, how's the job going? I was going to ask. How's the new job going? Hope it's going well. If they mistreat you, I'm throwing hands. Of course, here you go. Alright, now to give this thing a test run. PDA lit up as our hands swiftly moved around its interface in calculated motions. By the way, would you consider letting me run some tests on you as well? It would only take a drop of your blood. What? Why? I work in biology, so obviously this kind of thing would be very interesting to us. I'd share the results with you, of course. Sure, why not? I do blood sugar tests. She was quick to produce a small device from a drawer, which from a glance reminded me a lot of a test tube. Now, if you would give me your hand, please. As I reached out to her, she took my hand in hers before she pressed the device into the back of my hand. I winced as pain jolted through my hand. My critical writing skills is like, you've used hand too many times in that sentence. But like, I gotta give it a break. I've gotta give it a break. Sometimes you gotta just disengage your critic. Something sharp drove itself through my skin, and shortly afterwards a droplet of blood was sucked into the tube and attached to the small needle. Going well, co-workers want to get to know me, so they ask me these strange questions like, what's your favourite colour? What games you play? Are you into anime? Oh, nice! Well, you can talk about anime. You can... At least they're like trying to get to know you. They seem like nice people. And they better be. Shakes fist. But I hope you're having a good time. I hope work's good. having shitty co-workers fucking sucks, so I'm glad you have seemingly nice ones. They are nice and friendly. Oh, good. Hopefully not too much, you know. Because sometimes when people are sort of too, like... I hope they're not making you uncomfortable. Let's just say that. Thanks. You're welcome? System, you gave Annie your blood. Oh, I got an achievement. Looks like your PDA is good. By the way, looks like your PDA is good, by the way. So we're just about done here. And since we're both in biology, it'll be interesting if you want to meet me some other time as well. Here's my number. Alright. See you soon. Takes a surprising lot to do that, but now all good around here. Nice. All good. PDA from Subnautica? I wish. I wish. Are you sure what you're doing is worth it? That will be the PDA voice from now on, the Subnautica PDA voice. Well, that was interesting. Did she ask you for your blood too? Yeah. Did you give it to her? Yes. Oh well, it's your choice. We've got no idea what they might do with it though. I'm getting hungry. How about some breakfast? I'm all for it. I can't stand early mornings like this. Subnautica dating sim. Subnautica dating sim. Who would you date? I guess I mean, I would... Maybe the Sea Emperor, but I don't want kids. That's the problem. And she's a big tentacle mommy. I want to date Ozzy from the cafeteria. But rest in peace. That shouldn't be a problem. There's a cafe not far from here. What do you say, Mathers? I wouldn't mind I wouldn't mind to grab a bite myself. That settles it then. Luckily for us, the cafe was almost empty when we arrived, as it was still pretty early in the day. Razor was quick to lead me into a table for two, prompting the dragons to get one of their own at the other side of the restaurant. Oh, damn. Sea Dragon or Reaper, maybe. But the stalkers give me yandere vibes. Yeah, kind of a, like, I love you, but I hate you. I'm gonna bite you. But, like, pay attention to me. The Sea Dragons would just be an arsehole, right? And the Ghost Leviathans scream edgy to me. Like, yeah, I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost! That's just what my soul says. Oh, finally, I can't stand that guy being on my tail all the damn time. It does seem rather strange that they need someone following us everywhere. Yeah, not buying that shtick about it's how to keep us safe. We were approached by an individual who appears to be the waitress of the cafe. She was an interesting-looking dragon who, unlike the others I had seen so far, was more akin to a wyvern, possessing two rather large wings as her forelimbs, which resembled those of an oversized bat. I mean, you would be able to see their insides. True. True, like... you ever wanted a see-through partner? Oh, hello. Oh, it's the humans! Oh, it's a dragon. ... That's a good one. Aw, like... Adine. Welcome to our establishment. My name's Adine, and I'll be your waitress today. What can I bring you to? Oh, I fancy scrambled eggs with bacon. Yeah, me too. Just make it quick. I don't like Razor. He's a bit gruff. Be fucking optimistic. Sure thing. 2 scrambled eggs with bacon coming right up. I love how they leave the screen. They just right off it. As I was saying, if you look at the big picture, don't you think there's just something off about this whole place? Where is it, really? This is supposed to be a completely separate place from Earth, or even a different dimension. Some things don't add up. Don't you think so too? I'm not sure. Can't really say much more. Not with you. I can't really say much more with you-know-who over there. He's probably listening to us right now. Doesn't seem so bad to me. When I let my gaze wander, I saw that Maverick was looking in my direction. Our eyes met briefly, his expression not showing discernible emotion. While I wondered whether it had just been a coincidence or if he really was able to hear us from the distance. I do have some theories, and if I'm right, we might be in trouble. What kind of trouble? What are you talking about? Shh, be quiet. I'll let you know more as soon as I can. But for now, let's just play along. After all, we already have one of these babies. Oh, generator. I thought they were stealing babies. Like, we've already stolen one of their babies. But no, the generators. God knows we need them. Oh, there she comes. The female returned, astounding me with her ability to balance the dishes on the edges of her wings. She placed her forelimb on the table and proceeded to move the dishes from her wing to us with a gentle push of her snout. There you go, enjoy! I'll say thank you. Be polite to your servers. I work in hospitality. They're rude-ass customers. Like, we've had... I work at an events venue, and there was a recent event that was, like, a lot of parents taking their kids to see a show. The kids, so fucking nice and polite. It's the parents that are rude as fuck. The parents are just, like... It's such incredibly rude people. You're welcome. Treat people how you want to be treated. Yes, exactly, Chase. Exactly. And there are so many people who have never worked in hospitality and also have no empathy as well, who treat service people like shit. Yeah, just like... You want people to be nice to you, be nice to them. I do a kind of tit for tat thing. If someone respects me, I will respect them. You know? If they... Basically, this is me going on a bit of a rant, but sometimes they come up to, like, a group of them come up to the bar and, like, talk amongst themselves and don't address me and, like, don't even acknowledge I exist, and they talk amongst themselves about what they want. And so I have two choices. Either put down, like, try to listen along and put down what they want. And I used to do that, but now what I do is that I just wait for them to finish yapping and then turn to me and I go like, what was it you wanted? Just to, like, so they have to go through it all again. Just to piss them off, because, like, at least acknowledge me, you know? Tit for tat and customer service, interesting way to put it. Yeah, it's kind of a, like... The customer is always right in matter of taste. That's the full saying. In matters of taste. Because they're not always right when it comes to respect. I was wondering what kind of breakfast would be had in a place like this, but I was pleasantly surprised when I found it tastes quite as I was used to. The only real difference was that they apparently didn't use cutlery. I must slurp that egg up off the plate. When the waitress brought out meals, the two dragons across the cafe exchanged a few words with them. Razor leaned forwards and whispered something to me. I'll send you a letter with a coded message later. You'll know what to do. Razor rose from his seat before he made it known to me that he still had a few things to do and left the restaurant. Followed shortly after by the larger of the two dragons. Laters. Hang on, need a drink. I wasn't in a hurry, so I spent more minutes in contemplation while I looked out the window and finished my breakfast. Oh, I could go with eggs and bacon right now. Not that this whole situation was already bizarre enough, there was also now a vague sense of danger conveyed by Razor's earlier words. I did not even have an idea of what kind of threat might be lurking out there. Eventually I got up, ready to be on my way for whatever else the day might bring. Are you done? I sure am. How'd you like it? It was alright. Glad you enjoyed it. Just wait outside and I'll handle the rest here. Sure thing. Oh, this is pretty. I stepped outside, taking in the scenery of this strangely familiar world. In the short time I was here, I had already found the similarities between their world and our own utterly fascinating. Yo, Mac. Yeah. He's cute. This game is like... it's a weird... just weird is what I can explain this game as. After all, we were talking about an unmapped place with never-before-seen form of life. As far as discoveries were concerned, even something as simple as a new unicellular organism, or even bacteria would have been remarkable. Yet here I was, standing in the middle of a village evidently built by this race of intelligent talking dragons, with society not unlike our own. This... One thing I will say is that this game is taking itself very seriously, and, like, honestly, like, kudos to that, go for it. But, like, after the Dead by Daylight one, which was very... Oh, a raid! Oh, thank you, Bazuki. Hello, let me give you a shout out. How are you doing? We're playing a weird dragon game. What were you playing? Also, happy Valentine's Day. May it be good for you, whatever you'll be doing. But, hello people, I'm Viggo. I'm a variety fish boy. And we're playing heckin' weird... It's supposed to be a dragon dating game, but at the moment it's just like a visual novel with dragons. How's the dating game going? I managed to bag the Huntress in Hooked on You, so that was good. Playing Monster Hunter and got beaten up by a big monkey. Oh no! Monkeys scare me, so... I'm gonna throw hands to that monkey for you. But yeah, if you got to raid and run and do some self-care, that's 100% cool. But if you want to hang out for this weird-ass dragon game, go for it. We'll be here for a little while longer. Sup, Panda? Or Pandalf? How's the stream going? It's going good. It's a lot of talking. A lot of yapping. My voice will be shot tomorrow. But welcome on in, Pandalf. Is that Pandalf as in, like, Gandalf? A Gandalf pun? Because I love it. Right, how can I summarise what's happened so far? We are a human ambassador from our world. We have gone through a portal to get some generators, like sustainable energy generators from a world populated with dragons. It's weird. And this other human that's with us is very suspicious of all the dragons. Is a Gandalf pun? Heck yeah, love it. Panda is fine though? Well, welcome in, Panda. Hope you enjoy weird-ass games. My thoughts were interrupted as something suddenly zipped past me a little too close, causing me to stumble back. It was a rather small dragon with a bag clamped in its maw, who apparently had somewhere to be. Oh, they're cute! Oh, they're my favourite so far, I think. I regained my footing and watched as it disappeared into the distance. Even though I'd seen enough dragons to recognise their variation in size, colour, and other attributes, I guess this one might have been a juvenile of its species. Oh, as a kid? No. Shortly afterwards, Sebastian joined me outside, having taken care of the tap. Why would you be suspicious of dragons? I know, right? And dragons, they've all been very welcoming. Yeah, it's a little cute. I like the cutie pink one. I gave her a generous tip on your behalf. I hope you don't mind. Good, I agree with tipping. You all should tip your waiters. How nice of you. In any case, now that you've given us the PDA and Razor has the generator, you're free for today. So if you don't want to go anywhere in particular, let me know. So if you want to go anywhere in particular, let me know. I could show you around town. We do love dragons. I fucking love a good dragon. Like, I have a whole, like, Pinterest board dedicated to dragons, and I want a dragon tattoo. And I love Spyro as well. For the subathon, I kind of wish we got to the Spyro dragon hotness tier list. Good dragon sounds nice. I do love a good dragon. I was tempted to be given a tour, but considering Razor's words, I want to be careful and not stray too far without knowing more about this world first. I think I'll stay home for the day. I still have to get used to everything, you know. I'll just accompany you back then. There we are. I don't know why this voice is stuck. Apparently this is going to be a big player in this game. I can only apologise. Dragons are awesome indeed. Good dragon would be the opposite of Mac. Spray bottle. No. Nobody Google bad dragon if you're innocent. Good Dragon sells, I don't know, purity sheets or something. It's very nice voice to use for a character. Thank you! Yeah, bonk you on the head for... No. Home sweet home, for now at least. Well, if you need anything, I'll be outside until my shift ends. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, I'll see you tomorrow. See ya! Fish mum, don't Google it. Oh, yeah. I hadn't really looked at the apartment much, so I spent the rest of the day investigating it and relaxing. I considered checking out some phone numbers that Remy had left me, but I thought it was better to keep a low profile for now. Should I ask what that is? No. You probably shouldn't. Oh no! You'll have made Fish Mum Google Bad Dragon. You have news? Oh, what news? What be the news? More weirdly sexy Subnautica stuff. Bleach your eyes, Fish Mum. That evil smile, Mac. I found the kitchen fully stocked with plenty of groceries, though the variety was wasted on me. Hadn't been a particularly great cook in the first place, but was more, I didn't even recognise some of the things I found there. Whether they were edibles that we had back home, that I just didn't know about, or something completely alien, I wasn't sure. I didn't want to take the risk of eating anything I didn't know. You are a corrupting force. Well, that's an achievement, making someone Google Bad Dragon. I figured out the multiplayer from Nautica. Oh, we'll just have to set up your end. We have ourselves in multiplayer. Yes! Ah, heck yes. Would you be comfy streaming it? Because that would be cool. And would you want to, like, add mods as well to mix it up? We could do, like, a test run to see if it works. What if we had, like, a creature randomizer and randomized recipes and stuff? Would you be up for that, that is? Because randomizers are difficult. But it's completely up to you. We can discuss it. After all, it's possible that some of the comestibles might be fine for them to eat, but still be poisonous to us. I was also glad to find a shelf that was filled to the brim with a variety of books. Yes! Books! Well, I found the subject matter, man, myth or reality, to be quite intriguing. I had to give up after a few pages due to its exceptionally dry writing style, which I wasn't inclined to enjoy at the moment. Whilst from Nautica sounds awesome, I'd almost play if it wasn't too terrifying. True, I think... Would it make it a bit less terrifying? I guess if a Reaper Leviathan was being distracted eating someone else, that'd be less terrifying. Stream yes, mods first. Mods first? Stream yes, mods yes. Don't know if it's possible considering that, but we can sure try. We can give it a go. We can give it a go. In the end, I settled for an adventure novel about a dragon archaeologist who stumbles upon the remains of a long-lost human civilization, after which he is hunted by an evil organisation who wants to use the found magical artifacts for his own nefarious purposes. Still make it more manageable, but I say still scary as hell. True, like, isn't Subnautica 2 meant to be, like, fully supported multiplayer? And if you add, like, the complete unknown to that, that's why I'm really, really looking forward to. I'm cautiously optimistic for Subnautica 2, because, like, to an extent, I know what's where in Subnautica, the first one, and Below Zero, but, like, having completely no idea what's around the corner, it's gonna be fucking terrifying, and I cannot wait to play it. It's so good. While entertaining, while entertaining, I had to admit that it reminded me a little too much of the trashy novels we had at home. Ain't nothing wrong with a trashy novel. I certainly found it amusing that certain tropes are not really unique to us as a species, though I wondered whether this kind of literature had fallen into disfavour here as it had back when I had come from. I'm a basic romantasy gal, or guy, boyo. I'm a little romantasy boy. Remember about Subnautica 2 is, it's on a different planet, so all the old knowledge is out the window. Damn! Like, I've been listening to the, sort of, the little audio podcast things, the tiny like audio things they've been putting out. Apparently, the Chara bacterium has been like mutating things, and so there's like mutated monsters, and the I think Aletho did a breakdown of this, of some of the plot details we got so far. So it's on a different planet, but like Chara is on that planet and is mutating things. Apparently, the flora and the fauna are new, as well as the ecosystem. Oh, I can't wait! It's gonna be so good. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Oh, the doorbell rang. I didn't read that. Sorry. Oh, hello. Why do they wear hats but not like clothes? It just screams. It's like, why doesn't Donald Duck wear pants? Oh yeah, get good eat, Mizuki. Thank you so much for the raid. Have a good rest. Recover. Hello there. Yeah, let's go with that. Would you please sign here? Please, sir, can I have some more? I'm not signing away my rights with this, am I? I've got a letter from you that requires signature confirmation. I see. Looking over the clipboard, the small dragon was holding up to me. I saw that the sender of the letter in question was Razor. There you go. I'm Lauren, by the way. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions? Because Donald Duck is a freaky freak, true. Who's freakier, Donald Duck or Pluto? Who, like... Pluto's also a dog, as well as Goofy, but, like... He's a bit of a freak, isn't he? Like, hardcore into pet play, but, like, to do that, you need to have all consensual parties involved. I didn't consent to Pluto being a freak. And clothing is a social thing, not a cover private thing. True. In other words, eyes front, I'm looking respectfully. Looking respectfully. What's this about? I'm just making small talk. Wait a minute, I recognise you. You tried to do the same thing with Razor. Maybe I should report you to your superiors for your inappropriate behaviour towards your clients. So into pet play, everyone in the world goes along with it. True, they're just like, we don't want to unpack this. We don't want to pay for his therapy. I mean, if you're into pet play, go for it. Just, like, consider other people. But it's important. Please let me talk to Viggo for a few minutes. You know how it is. If you want an interview with one of the humans, you'll have to get permission from the proper authorities. Help me out here, Viggo. As an ambassador, you care about the accurate portrayal of humans in the media, don't you? Then you should talk to me. Otherwise, someone else will fill in the blanks, and who knows what they'll come up with. Let me show you something. Small Dragon opened his bag, rummaging through a number of letters and small packages. Ah, I think I lost it. Anyway, I wanted to show you some pictures of what people think humans look like. On some of them, they have like 4 heads and look nothing like you. It's crazy. What are you, Lorem, a reporter? No, I'm just... You want me to remove him, Viggo? Is what he's saying true? Yeah, I guess. I see, that sounds pretty interesting though. Alright, you can leave your number here and maybe I'll call you later. That's all I can promise. Thank you so much! He quickly produced a small sheet of paper and scribbled his number on it. Afterwards, he sheepishly presented it with both hands. Alright, you got what you wanted. Off you go now. Sorry about that. Don't worry about it. I guess that should be all. See you tomorrow then. Right. How y'all liking all these voices? As long as I don't have to do Trapper voice from the Hooked on You, I'm fine. I mean, James Cameron did say something along the lines of nudity is extended to be naturalistic, cultural, and non-erotic, reflecting the Na'vi way of life rather than aiming for shock value. True. Why doesn't everyone in Avatar have their tits out then? They still have, like, beads covering it. I suppose they can't get through sensors. The voices of B+, thank you. That's still room for improvement. I wish these stories in the Avatar movies were better. I like the world. I like the world building, but like the stories and are just kind of All the promotion. I forgot I was still holding Rez's letter. Within the plain envelope was simply a plain sheet of paper with his handwriting. When I started reading, however, I saw that his wording was so full of pleasantries that I knew he hated, that I assumed every word of it was faked as to conceal its true intent. He did mention I'd know what to do, but I was unsure of how I was supposed to decode the letter's secret message. Didn't remember ever having a conversation about this topic with him, yet he still relied on me to remember whatever it was that I was missing. Or he thought he would just be able to figure it out on my own. I would just be able to figure it out on my own. This is what it said. Hello, my dear friend. Hope this letter reached you swiftly and in good condition. Unfortunately, we weren't able to catch up earlier, so I wanted to write you this letter. How have you been these last few years? What have you been doing? How's the family? I do feel like there's so much we should talk about, since we've not seen each other much recently. At least we have a chance to do so in this form. Quite an exciting venture we're on now, right? Have you liked it here so far? Made any dragon friends yet? Haha. Anyways, I'll be looking forward to your reply soon. Best regards, Racer. Reason for that is actually because of cinema rules. Oh, because it would be a different rating. So yeah, you're right. Yeah, always room for improvement. That's why I had a teacher that would never give A's, because he's like, no, there's always room to improve. Like, bruh, then when it comes to schooling, that is on your official record. Give A's if someone's earned an A, you know. Various things came to mind. Only reading certain words or letters was one I thought of immediately, but I couldn't make out anything after trying to find a system within its array of letters and lines. Maybe I had to look more closely. Read between the lines. Lines, of course. Maybe I was supposed to read between them. Didn't have an implement with on me, which I would have been able to read fine print. Though in this handwritten letter, I doubted Razor could have done anything of the sort. Look elsewhere for hints. Maybe referred to the fact that we were both given an apartment, considering the things they provided for us. Maybe I just had to find the right object to decode the message. There were many everyday items here though, and of course I still had no idea what in particular I was looking for. Kitchen? Look in the fridge. Plenty of stuff in here. Unlabeled container. Some sort of white liquid. Don't eat it! Don't drink... It's salty! No! Don't drink the salty white liquid! What? No! Never! If you see an unidentified white liquid, don't drink it! What? What the hell? What the hell? And it's salty. It's salty. Okay, we've just drank dragon jizz. Brilliant. You drank a mystery liquid. I got an achievement for it, though. What the... I'm gobsmacked. Look at the meat. Just a slab of meat, nothing special about it. Look at the milk. Pasteurised, at least I got that down. Crack an egg open and look inside. Just a regular egg. Can I open all the eggs? How many eggs can I crack open? For all you know, it could be a polyvinyl acetate. True, it could be anything. And I've just sipped it. Can I just keep cracking eggs? Oh, those were all of them. Guess I just wasted a perfectly good batch of eggs. Achievement! Yes! Wasted a perfectly good pack of eggs. Go look in the pantry. Just some fruits and veggies here. Oh, I love dates. Legit. If I put it on the floor and step on it, what would happen? It would squish. I'd be going on a date Boo! But no, there's no hint there. Okay. Oh, polyvinyl acetate is blue. Is glue. Ah, okay. I've heard of acetate before. I thought it was the stuff you like put on nails. But that makes sense. Yeah, I drank some glue. I'm going to... Like, if you went to the Dragon Hospital, would they know how to heal you? Probably not. What do I know about figs? Quite a bit, actually. Figs are ripe with history and still enjoy some cultural significance, especially in religious circles. Oh, that's acetone. My bad. Whoops. Don't get those mixed up. For example, they are leaves in which Adam and Eve cover themselves up in the Bible's book of Genesis. It also happens to be the kind of tree Buddha achieved enlightenment under. Not only that, but it's also mentioned in Greek mythology. Isn't that fascinating? Sure. But wait, there's more. We got a history lesson on figs, everybody. The influence of figs also extends towards words, phrases, and sayings we all use today. Take the word sycophant, for example, which comes from a Greek expression meaning someone who shows the fig. Okay. Which is a vulgar gesture at the time. I'm showing you the fig, everybody. Imagine that with like a sort of jerk-off gesture and showing you the fig. Or I don't give a fig, which is of course a figure of speech. Might as well be said that the influence of figs is as far-reaching as its fruit is succulent. Figuratively speaking, that is. Afraid nothing of this actually helps with Razor's letter, though. Pear. There are two of them. What a nice pair. Grape. So, Daddy Grape finds his kid crying and asks, "What's wrong, kid?" But through all the tears, the kid couldn't get a single word out. Eventually, Daddy had enough, so he said, "Stop with..." No, I won't say it. That wasn't a good job. Anyway. What? I don't understand. I learned a lot about fruits. Okay, got an achievement. One is to bind and the other is to remove. Chemistry. Ah, Tone and Tate. Chemistry 101. Need to know the difference between Tone and Tate. Lemon. Lemons, lemons, lemons. Of course, why didn't I realise it sooner? Oh, hidden stuff. Okay. Lemon juice is about the simplest way to write a hidden message using household items. We learned about that in chemistry. Chemistry! In the most boring detail, of course. A message written in lemon juice on paper becomes just about invisible to the naked eye when dried, but after heating it gently, oxidization occurs. Oxidization occurs, making the message visible. I was sitting next to him in class when we learned that. He made a joke about using the method to cheat on his next test, and I replied by saying he'd have to bring an iron. Had he really expected me to remember a random chemistry class that happened years ago? But then, I did remember it after all. Meet me at the portal tonight, 10 AM, was all the message said. I wasted a good amount of time, but I still had time left before I had to go out and meet Razor, so I decided to make some lunch. I could have made some scrambled eggs if I hadn't broken them all earlier. True, I did break all the eggs. Oh, enjoy your lurk chase. I shall enjoy the dragons, hopefully. Thank you for hanging. I'll speak to you later about the Subnautica thing. Have a good one. Afterwards, I resumed reading my book about the continuing adventures of Sheridan and her exploits in destroying cultural artifacts. Unsurprisingly, it came to a happy end, with the evil organisation stopped in its tracks, at least for now. I thought the ending was deliberately left open for ambiguity, but when I turned the page and saw the advertisement for the next entry in this apparently a long-running series of books, I realised that this has all just been a ploy to set up the inevitable sequel. Luckily, the disappointment didn't last long, as I had to get going to meet Razor at the portal. When I got outside, it didn't seem quite as dark as it was when I arrived yesterday. I might have had difficulties finding my way otherwise, but I could still see the portal in the distance. I've got a drink, there's so much reading! As I was walking, I wondered if someone was following me, but the land seemed oddly deserted. Was everyone already asleep? Oh, it looks like the beacons from Mass Effect. Imagine a bwah, and then a Reaper descends. Eventually I arrived at my destination. Razor was already standing idly by the portal, his fidgeting making it obvious that he'd waited just for me. I was already wondering whether you'd get it at all. What did you expect? What a wonderful night it is. Just look up at the stars. You can see them so clearly here, without all the pollution lingering in the air like back home, almost as if we were looking right into the face of eternity itself. For so long, humanity thought we'd find aliens out there, yet after all these years, we found that we were still alone in the universe. Oh, he's so pessimistic. Fucking lighten up, mate. Turns out we were just not looking in the right place. What's going on, Razor? Why did you call me here at this time? For one, because we were sending the generator home. Right, before I was sent here, they told me that they would limit the use of the portal as they couldn't afford to keep it open all the time. In order to keep in contact with us and enable us to send things over to them, the portal would be open just for a quarter of an hour each day. Sending something back home wasn't really problematic for us, since the high energy expenditure associated with sending bigger objects only affected the sender, not the receiver. However, this also meant that until all business was concluded in regards to our trade with the PDAs and the generators, we were basically stuck here. As for the other, do you know what this place is? You said something about trouble. How much danger are we in exactly? More than enough. I'm afraid this whole place will be gone soon. What? And we better not be here when it happens. What are you talking about? I hoped you'd see it too, but then it took me a while to understand. And I had a head start on you, in any case. While I was speaking, my gaze wandered and fixed on some movement nearby. It was hard to make out anything, but I imagined it might have been a wind blowing through the nearby shrubbery, except for the fact that there was no wind. Razor, this might take a while to explain, but we've got the whole night. Razor, look. He turned around to face whatever it was I was seeing. He squinted hard before he called out. Hey, how dare you follow me even here? I need to drink. Hang on. Damn. The disturbance came closer until it became clear that it was Maverick who had hidden nearby to listen in on our conversation. I knew you were up to no good. What are you talking about? What are you planning here? Some kind of attack? Wait a minute, there's no reason for... Don't try to deny it. I heard you both talking about it in the cafe, and I saw the letter. You think I couldn't smell the lemon on it? Pathetic. You'll have to come up with me to the police station now, both of you. We're being arrested. Fucking hell. He's got a gun. He shot fucking... He's fucking whipped out a gun and shot him. Razor, what are you doing? This game is wild. Fucking... Run them pockets, lizard. Oh, damn. Come on, Viggo, let's get out of here. Dude. What is this guy? Dude fucking... shot a guy. In the dragon's side, I could see the wound where the bullet had penetrated his hide, a trickle of blood staining his dark scales on the earth beneath. Razor used the opportunity to run off in some direction, I wasn't sure which. I frantically scanned my surroundings looking for Razor. Though he had already vanished into the darkness. What was I supposed to do? Run away as well? Help Maverick? I was just a diplomat and I had no idea what was happening. Thankfully I had this dragon repellent, a Smith & Wesson. True. Pepper spray, who? Just... fucking gun. Oh, my eyes are watering. That was so fucking funny. Suddenly, the dragon whipped around, hitting me in the guts with his thick tail. I was lifted off the ground briefly before I felt the impact of my body hitting the ground hard enough that my vision blurred almost immediately. Oh! A deafening roar battered my ears. Was this his cry for help? I could barely move, but I found it better not to try, as to not startle the wounded dragon more than he already was. It certainly would have ended badly for me if I'd tried anything. Heard him take a few unsure steps before he lay down on the ground, panting. Oh, I'm still watching you, you know, and you better not move, for your own good. If you have to get up again and come after you in this condition, I can promise I won't be nice. Took a few minutes of listening to his laboured breathing before someone arrived. It was two dragons. The first I recognised as Sebastian, the other one I didn't know. I heard Sebastian and Maverick exchange a few words, then the stocky fellow approached me. Oh, hello. Oh, we got a police dragon, have we? Are all cops bad in Dragonland? All dragon cops bad? Question mark. What voice can he give? Hey kid, you alright? Or how about Southern? Hey kid, you alright? Still feeling a little dizzy. I'm Bryce, the chief of police in this town. Can you tell me what happened? This is so awful. I'm sorry, any Americans. I'ma dob him in. I don't like Razor. Is that so? His face was stern and seemingly lost in thought as I overheard Sebastian's conversation. Yeah, I think all the flyer on duty. We probably won't find him now. Not here in the darkness, at any rate. Well, that's just brilliant. What do you think, Chief? Viggo, can you walk? Yeah, I think so. Alright. Sebastian, take Viggo to the apartment. Get us some help, hear from Maverick, and then we'll look for Razor. Right on! Come on, Viggo, I'll help you up. I'm on the dragon's side. I'm anti-human. I was still shaken up by the events witnessed when I arrived at my apartment. Not knowing anything better to do, I soon fell into a deep slumber. What the fuck is going on in this game? I low-key love it. The next day I woke with many questions lingering in my head. Yo, same. I considered calling someone from the police department to ask about Razor and Maverick, but in the end I decided against doing so, as I was sure they would contact me if they had anything to tell me. Sometimes you gotta, chase people up, though. It was no use worrying about it now, so I settled for starting another book. Ayo, it's me. Didn't take very long, though, before the doorbell rang. Did Bryce, the chief of police, take upon himself to escort me today? Is that internalized speciesism? Yeah, humans suck. Historically, it's how I feel about, the British. Especially, historically, we kind of suck. Or maybe I'm a fish boy, though. We do, yeah. Yeah, there are some good things about humans, I guess. But generally, we could be better. Oh, it's you again. Are you surprised? No, but I guess it'll mean bad news. Afraid so. How are you holding up? Better than yesterday, that's for sure. Let's go for a walk then, shall we? Sure. He's quite nice, besides the fact that he's a cop. We need more time to assess that are cops bad in Dragonland. This time I was taking along a different route than yesterday. Sorry, I got something in my eye. And I was quite sure there was more to this than just taking a walk. But don't get me wrong, human race, we have potential. We do some good things. But, yeah. Sometimes I think no wonder God wanted to wipe us out with a flood. Just go ahead and guess you didn't find Razor. Yeah, we hoped he'd come back into town on his own by now. Do you have any idea where he might be? Maybe he mentioned some sort of place in particular that holds some meaning to him. No, not really. We didn't really get a chance to talk much at all yesterday before. There's that too. I've no idea why Razor would have done anything like that. I had the impression that they weren't very fond of each other, but this? How is he, by the way? Oh, Maverick's doing fine. But there's plenty of blame to go around. You're right, they didn't particularly like each other. In his statement, Maverick said he suspected Razor of planning some sort of attack. Do you know anything about that? No, he only told me something was going to happen, not that he was planning anything. At least that was the impression I got. I need a drink. What is the time? Oh damn, it's almost 11 o'clock. Okay. He's suspecting you too, by the way. That you both planned this all from the beginning? No, that wouldn't make sense. Actually, none of this is making sense. Why would he go through all the lengths of our agreement just only to jeopardize it by doing something like this? We already have our PDAs and we don't have much to show for it yet. If we had any nefarious plans, that wouldn't have been a very good idea. You have a good point. I believe you. But from our side, we only have Maverick's word on the whole matter. After all, he was the one who spent the most time with Razor since he arrived here. Even then, I didn't really have any reason to follow you yesterday, and his behaviour is completely out of line. I'm just glad he came out fine. If he wasn't in mandatory sick leave, he'd be suspended right now. We'll have to wait until this whole thing's over before we decide what to do with him. I assure you this won't be taken lightly. Maybe there's both acted in heat at the moment. Kind of attack on a diplomat could be classified as an act of war punishable by death. Maybe they both acted in the heat at the moment. Maybe. So quite a lot on our hands though. We have a wounded dragon and a missing human. This could lead to a diplomatic crisis. Maybe Razor will still show up. Maybe Razor will still show up soon. We can get all of this behind us. I hope so too. I wouldn't want to jeopardise everything over this unfortunate incident. Yeah, how about we both keep quiet about this whole thing for now? After all, I don't think any of us want our people panicking about this already, right? I merely nodded in agreement. Oh, nice. Eventually, we arrived at the police station, where the chief took my formal statement in regards to yesterday's events. He asked me about Razor and Maverick too, not that I knew much of anything that preceded yesterday's events, or the mysterious catastrophe Razor had mentioned. Afterwards, he thanked me and left to file my statement while I sat at his table, waiting and listening to the goings-on of this small provincial town. This small provincial town police department. When he returned, he was approached by someone who seemed to have urgent news. A lot of talking between the two ensued, and I couldn't make out from my position. This went on for a bit, then until Bryce returned to me. Afraid I have more bad news for you. Razor has officially become a murder suspect. Murder? Murder? We're headed to the crime scene and hope you come with us. Me? A crime scene? Don't really know much about forensics. It's just that you're the only link to Razor we have. Consider what he said would happen to us. It's in all our interests that we find him as soon as possible. And if he has anything to do with it, you might be able to help us find him. Your cooperation would certainly be appreciated. It'd be a nice gesture to show us you're trustworthy in the eyes of those who might think otherwise, after what happened yesterday. I will help you. I will help you, Bryce. I want to see a murder scene. I suppose I don't really have much choice here, but you're right, we've got to find Razor. And if that's what it takes, I'll do it. Hang on. Very well, let us go then. On our way to the crime scene, he tried to prepare me for what would come. I had studied biology, so I was familiar with the sight of dead animals. Asking myself how similar this would be, I wondered if my reaction would be any different if it wasn't a dragon, but a human corpse I'd be seeing. Ooh, get some introspection. Once we arrived, we were met by Sebastian. He gave us an overview of the whole situation. This morning, the victim was found by a delivery flyer for a restaurant. Blood loss from multiple words. Blood loss from multiple wounds are the likely cause of death. Forensics are already here, so feel free to poke around. A few paces in front of us, the unfortunate victim lay on the ground, covered by a sheet that concealed the body, but not the large red stain underneath. We approached while Sebastian went off to deter any curious onlookers. I know it will be pretty. I'm sorry for putting you through this, but you know what's at stake here. Just remember what I told you and you should be fine. Alright. Are you ready? I guess so. Damn, we're seeing a murdered dragon. Okay, it's a wyvern. Aw. Rip. F07. What do you think? Well, he's definitely dead. Yeah, rip. Yes, Bryce is on my level. Oh. Let's just say this will be your test. and tell me what you can deduce from what you see. Give it your best shot. Investigation starter! 2 wings, 2 legs, just like the waitress in the cafe. About as big as a human, lengthwise, if not significantly taller. The wingspan would certainly look impressive that size. Yo, I did not expect a murder investigation. I thought this was a silly dragon dating sim. Oh. What am I supposed to do? The wounds are kind of hard to miss. True, but what are they telling you? Inflicted with a sharp implement, it looks like. They're clean cuts like a knife or some other sharp instrument. If that's true. That is true, but why does this matter? Dragons don't use knives. Actually, we do. Mostly by those who have the proper hands to use them, but still. Could only be someone with hands. That's right. Only those of us who walk on 2 legs with the proper dexterity will knife effectively. Most other dragons would probably just bite instead. Of course, this rules out the bigger dragons and flyers. Oh, that was Bryce. But then Razor still has his... What was it called again? I mean, his gun. Yeah, but if it was him, why would he kill someone with a knife rather than just use his gun on him? It makes him look cooler. This is not a suicide. Stop bringing it up. He did not want to make any noise. After all, he ran away from Maverick trying to hide from the police. Something as loud as a gunshot would have easily given away his position and alerted the others to the area. Right, that could be a good reason. By the way, which wound do you think was the fatal one? Probably the neck, I'm guessing. I think it was one on his neck. That's right. If all the blood from it wasn't giveaway, this is a stab wound. Characterized by a small footprint. You can also tell it's also the deepest one. From its location, it's pretty obvious. This must have done tremendous damage. But what else do you see? Blood. Well, there's a lot of blood. Why is one of the options he had AIDS? What the Okay. He died here? He died here. Also, it would have been a trail we could follow. The splatters also suggest that this is where they fought. Oh, hang on, just got something. That's true. Unfortunately, it doesn't help with determining who the perpetrator is. Objection! Excuse me? Sorry, I just always wanted to say that. Go on, please. Oh, does that mean he fought back? What about the blood on his muzzle? You tell me. He's a vampire, he fought back, he had a bloody stake earlier, he's gum disease, and he bit his tongue during the fight. He fought back. Might be the perpetrator's blood. Yes, that is true. I suspect forensics already took a sample of it. So it might actually help determine who the perpetrator is. I think that's about everything. Investigation over! This blood splatter is autonomous STDs. I know, it's like, this bloodstain must have AIDS. Like, what? This game is what, like, I was debating whether or not this game was a one-off. I might continue this because it's fucking wild. What hooked me was when fucking Razor pulled out a gun and just fucking shot him. It was like, I think I'm on board. I think I'm on board with how weird this game is. You know what, kid? I'm impressed. Maybe we should have you around more often. Hey, you got an achievement. The fact that everyone is so serious makes it a comedy gold. I know. It's like, the background art and stuff is quite nice. It's got quite good sort of writing, I guess, but it takes itself so seriously and I'm loving it. I am Num 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 num. I'm eating this up. I love it. It's like so bad that he tore out a gun and Razor's on the run and he's edgy and it's so good. Hey Chief, you still need the witness here for anything? Sebastian approached with the dragon who discovered the body earlier. Like this is clearly someone's passion project as well, which like 100% respect. Like they've come up with a lot of lore. Oh, blimey! Hello, Jam! Hello, Jammy! How are you doing? Let me give you a shout out. How are you doing? Underscore jar underscore head. Hello, everybody! Hang on. Shout out at Jamjar Head. Hello, people. I'm Viggo. We are playing a frickin' wild ass dragon game. Basically. Okay, how do we give a rundown of this situation? We are a human ambassador who has gone to a world of dragons through a portal to get power generators, and there's this other human that was suspicious of all the dragons, and he fucking whipped out a gun and shot one. Now the other guy's on the run, and we're working with the police to help solve the case of a murdered dragon. Love this. Oh, you were playing dating games too? Oh, what were you playing? We played a bit of that Dead by Daylight dating sim earlier on. The Hooked on You. We managed to bag the Huntress, which was fun. Kissing Dragons. I thought this was just going to be a silly-ass dating sim. But this is like... It takes itself so seriously. It's such a fun time so far. Thank you, Lucafine, for the follow. Heck yes. Played Kaiju, a Kaiju dating sim. Oh, I'm going to take a picture of that. That sounds up my street. Hang on. Was it good? There we go. You know what? I should have expected. Should have expected that model. Yeah, Jammy's model's really nice. And so are Jammy's emotes as well. I use them a lot. Very lovely art. Oh no, I should check it out. Because we had a good time with Hooked on You. And this is more involved than a normal dating sim, but I'm enjoying this. Quite quick to play too with dating them all. Oh, nice. Because I think we took like 3 or 4 hours with Hooked on You. But if you need to raid and run, that's 100% cool. Do some self-care. But if you want to hang around with this wild-ass dragon game, go for it. Because we are having a time. It's so weird. I don't... And enjoy my voices as well. I don't think so. Take her to the department. Get her statement written up and that should be it. Sure thing. She'll grab some sleep. I'm very EP. Oh, yeah, good. Get good eat because it is like 10 past 11. Might go on for a bit longer and then I'll call it a night as well. Because I haven't actually had dinner yet. Which, whoops. Thank you so much for the raid. Hugs to ya. Have a good one. Get good eat. Alright, miss. We're going to have to take you to the department. Oh, Adine's a witness. Of course. When she spotted me, however, her composure brightened visibly. Oh, it's the human. Well, I am a human. Oh, thank you for the hydrate fish, Mum. I do need it. Well, I'd call you your name, but you never actually told me it. It's Viggo. What are you even doing here? Do you work for our police now? It's just a hobby. Oh, you? By the way, I didn't know you also did deliveries. I do a little bit of everything, really. That's nice. I loved my scrambled eggs yesterday. If you like it so much, why don't you take our number? We could deliver something next time you don't want to come in. Thanks. Oh, Sebastian. Sorry, I guess we should get going. Bye. Nyum. Woo. I love when they leave the screen. What do we do now? I suppose we head off soon too, unless... Oh no. What is it? Oh, it's Maverick. Maverick's back. We've got a violent homicide, of course nobody from the department tells me. I have to find out from a neighbour who wants to ask me about it. Good thing rumours travel fast, eh? Of course nobody told you. You're on sick leave. Mandatory sick leave, I might add. I'm not here in any official capacity, you see. I'm merely enjoying a curative walk in the fresh air. Happened to come across you by accident. What do you want? I don't want anything. I just find it interesting that nobody tells me about this. But the prime suspect's buddy can mess with the investigation. I see how it is. I know what you're thinking, but don't jump to conclusions here. I don't need to jump to conclusions. I think the dead body we found says it all. You really have an attitude problem. You know, if you weren't on sick leave, you'd be suspended right now for attacking Viggo yesterday. Do you even have any idea what kind of repercussions this could have on us all? What do you all think of my accent, chat? We haven't had the high-pitched paperboy one again. It was like this. He was a little paperboy and he wanted to interview us. Me attack Viggo? As far as I can see, I'm the only one injured here. Besides, I'm so sorry for apparently being the only one who's doing this damn job. Spot on. Thank you, Mac. Right, let's all just sit idly while the suspect's on the loose and planning his next move. You know, whatever it was Razor was talking about, he was going to tell me just before you showed up yesterday. I don't need to hear you, of all people, belittling me about this. What is your problem? If anything, I just want to find him just as much as you do. Don't compare yourself to me. Your words mean nothing. I legit might carry on with this game, like, in other streams. If y'all are into this, are y'all into this as much as I am? This is absolutely bananas. Enough. You shouldn't even be here, so you better go now and get some rest before I have to take disciplinary action. Fine, but when Fine, but when we find him, you'll see it was right. Even if I have to prove it myself, so be it. Nyum. Can he even just do his own investigation like that? Well, as long as he doesn't interfere with us, we can't stop him from doing things in his own free time. Yeah. What emote is that? Oh, you got a sub from Nana Salad. Smug banana. He's already made up his mind. It's clear to me he won't be looking for facts, just for evidence to support his own view, in order to prove it to us or himself. Who knows? Oh, we got corrupt cops in Dragonland. 100% need to know what happens in this Western STD blood splatter report Dragons 18 sim. Agreed. Like, this game is just going from, like, step to step in wildness. It's fucking bizarre. It's always been like that. Always something to prove. We'll take down the system, chat. We'll take down the corrupt dragon cop system. We'll have to be careful. We'll be looking for Razor soon enough. To be fair, I might be too if I was shot. Yeah, that's exactly why he wouldn't be on the case, even if he wasn't on sick leave. Don't worry, Razor will turn up eventually. I surely hope so. All things considered, I have to admit, it remained a possibility that Maverick was right, but could the Razor I really knew be a murderer? Well, I don't really like Razor very much, so maybe, as I've said before, I'm on the dragon's side. Alright, hydration needed. You know what? If you think of something that might help with the investigation, or if you need anything else, just call me. I will. I'm picking up dragon numbers left and right. Well, I think we're done here. Let's go. Bryce led me back to the apartment. I guess it really wasn't much for me to do in the meantime, as I was spared the most arduous parts of the investigation. Perhaps I should have been glad about this, though now I had an afternoon to fill. What should I do? Ooh, we're meeting with Remy, Anna, Lorem, Bryce. Okay, I might do a poll. Right. Remy is the... Oh, I'm the posh dragon who met you when you arrived. That's sort of proper scientist dragon. Anna is the lab one who took our blood. She was like, oh yes, I work at the lab and I want to investigate humans. Lorem is Hello, I want to interview you. I want to interview you for I don't know, a paper or something. I can't remember. And Bryce is the carp. Bryce is the carp. Hang on. Let's new poll. Which we've got. What was it? Remy, Anna, Lauren, Bryce. Remy, Anna, Lauren, Bryce. Lunch. Okay, you all have 1 minute. Poll has started. So we got Remy, who the posh dragon, posh scientist. We've got Anna, the scientist who works in the lab. We've got I'm Lauren, the interviewer, and we've got Bryce. But we also have lunch. We do also have lunch. True, we do love food. We've got a tie between lunch and Remy. Need some more votes here. Please vote. We're 50-50. You'll always do a 50-50. We've got Remy. We've got Anna. We've got Lauren. We've got Bryce. We've got lunch. Anyone else? Oh, 50-50. Why you always do this to me? Okay, flip a coin. We're doing flip a coin, lunch or Remy. Coin flip. Hang on, I won't. This doesn't count. Okay, heads is lunch because food goes in mouth. Okay, flip. Heads. Okay, we're doing lunch. Doing lunch. Order some lunch. I remembered that Adina told me that the cafe did deliveries as well. And not having anything else better to do, I figured I should try it out. I made my order with a quick phone call. It wasn't long before the doorbell rang. Well, that was quick. Just so happened that Adina herself stood in the doorway, dripping wet and with damp containers in her grip. Oh, she's so soggy! Oh no! Oh no, poor Adine. Oh, it's you again. Right, I've been making big batches of Swedish meatballs for the past few days. Ooh, really lovely stuff with spaghetti, potatoes and rice. Oh, that sounds so good. W sauce, white pepper, black pepper, and salt and some brown sauce and added cream. Oh, that sounds so good. I know I've said this before, but because I'm on this liquid diet, I'm living vicariously through what other people eat. It's... Oh, that sounds so good. Likewise. It shouldn't come as a surprise, considering you knew I deliver for the cafe. Here's your order. Sorry I got a little wet, but it still should be okay. You're soaked, why don't you come in? Thanks, I was just about to ask you if I could stay for a little while. It's actually my last delivery for the day, and I live on the other side of town. Oh, and a little bit of nutmeg, of course. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I've been adding nutmeg to some of my shakes I've been having. It's good in the latte shake I have. It is quite good. Because, like, a life hack if you're ever on liquid diets, herbs are your friend. Herbs are definitely your friends. Herbs and spices. Of course, wouldn't let you fly back when it's ugly outside. Feel right at home. I better eat this before it gets cold. I sat down at the table and started eating my food, while Adine decided to take a seat opposite of myself. Do you like it? Yeah, it's actually quite good. Do you have something similar where you're from? We do. As a matter of fact, it's almost scary how close it is to what we have back home. Really? Maybe we all just share a similar taste. Maybe there's more to it than that. What do you mean? Well, don't you trace your origins back to humans in some way? I know what kind of reputation we have in your culture. That is true. Let me ask you this. Where do you think the portal you found came from? Who built it? Humans did it, of course. Exactly, if you believe humans had something to do with the artifact you created, To do with an artifact created who knows how many years ago. It wouldn't be a stretch to think they had also influenced you in other ways. Even something as simple as this dish, I like that idea. This is getting wickedly introspective. So what do you do when you aren't working in the restaurant? Do you have a family? Well, most of the time I take care of my kids. She's out the dating pool. Sorry, I'm not into kids. Oh nice, how many children do you have? They aren't really my children per se, I just take care of them. You're more of a foster parent then? Not quite, these are orphan children I'm talking about. I just volunteered to spend some time with them. Oh okay, so I'm really more of a babysitter and teacher all in one. Can't really take them in and care for them 24/7 like a proper parent would. I'd love to, but I work far too much to be a single parent. She is still off the dating pool if she wants parental duties. Sorry. The amount of time I spend at the restaurant, I don't think the kids would be any better off, so I just help out whenever I can. That's very nice of you. Thanks, these kids already didn't get a good hand in life, so I just thought if I can make even a small difference to them, it would be worth it. I see. What about hobbies? Do you have any? Can I ask a question for a change? Oh dear. Sure, go ahead. Just straight up no. Well, I don't really know much about you. Actually, I'm not sure if there is anyone here who does. What would you like to know? What did you do before you came here? Nothing special. Really, I mean, I have my degrees, but this is the first time I did anything that was actually related to them. The work I did previously was just to keep afloat. Ayo, ain't that real? I know what you mean. I suppose it's my turn again, so tell me about your hobbies. The one I enjoy most is probably flying. Just flying? Well, not just flying. I do aerobatics or stunt flying. Ooh! I'm doing that on and off for the past couple of years now. I'm not calling a hobby useless. I'll inquire. What's that? It's practice of doing flying maneuvers like rolls, spins, or loops. I'm actually hoping to be part of a competition in some time. Oh, good for her. Awesome, where can I watch that? I suppose it depends on whether you'll be here when it takes place. It's part of a festival we hold in this town every year. Hang on. No hobby is useless indeed. Exactly, Mac Twist. If it brings you joy, it's not useless. Okay, since it's my turn again, well... This might be an unusual question. When they said it was a human world that would be coming... a human that would be coming here, I kind of expected something a little different. Well, what did you expect? Not sure exactly, but they do say it was humans that made us who we are today. You don't seem so different from us, though. I mean, yeah, you do look different from us. You're not really anything like some of the things that have been said about your kind. I could say the same thing about you. Really? Yeah, we have plenty of myths about dragons. Like what? Big ol' fire breathing. Dragons are noble creatures. Often cited as a symbol of power and strength, but also one of wisdom, possessing an intellect that has no equal. They are noble creatures and their depictions enjoy a most universal appeal. I could get used to that, though it would be nicer if it was all true. To be honest, I don't know if it's such a good idea to generalise like that. Even if it's good things saying about us, we're all different, you know. Not all of us are nice. I see. We're getting into the deep cut of dragon stereotypes. But then, we have said many good things about your kind too. Well, no matter what you might be thinking about humans, I can assure you that I'm in no way special or supernatural. Hang on. There you go. I disagree with that. Ooh, why? You say that you aren't special, but the fact that you're here with us right now is quite special to me and many others. Just try to see it the other way around. You know, you have a good point. What were you thinking about when you first heard about us? Like, what would y'all react if, like... I mean, I guess people would just think it was fake. If... First they think it was fake, and if somehow society believed that dragons existed, our society would dislike them. Because anything different, you know? Thought it was awesome. Thought making a discovery like this was awesome. Many people would love to have the opportunity I had by coming here. See, it's not one-sided after all, so don't be surprised if some of us feel the same way. And it's not just a discovery of dragons. Found a portal to an entirely different world. Still haven't figured that one out. Dragons do exist? Yeah, hello, Amber. Hello. I mean, I guess technically, like, the Komodo dragon. How are you doing? This, I'm not sure how long you've been watching, but this game is fucking wild. We're an ambassador from Earth who went through a portal and to pick up some generators of sustainable power, and then the other person that was the one other human that was here fucking shot someone and then legged it, and then there's been a murder, and also there's been like really weird comments about STDs. It's been a fucking wild one. But how are you doing? It's good to see you. Neither have we. I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. I just started watching like 5 minutes ago. Dragon drama. I thought this was just a silly little dating sim. I'm not gonna lie. I thought this was like, oh, get to know the dragons and look at this sexy dragon. This is for Scaleys, you know. But this, it's taking itself so seriously, and I love it. It's such dragon drama. I'm hooked. Ran some errands today. Oh, I hope they weren't too strenuous. And I hope you got yourself a little treat or something. By the way, an interesting selection of books here. You have here Draconic Desire, Ixam and Sphere. Are these yours? No, they were just already here when I moved in. Have you read any of them? I did read Sheridan and the Sceptre of Sovereignty. How did you like it? I loved it. Sounds like my thing. I see. Oh, you've got Price and Prayer. You should totally read that one. I think so. Why is that? It's not just an interesting story, but it's based on true events. The author is so right when he says there's a lot we can learn from what happened back then. I'm not sure if it's that my kind of book, to be honest. Because I prefer fantasy, not gonna lie. Fantasy and sci-fi. Oh, she looks sad, I'm sorry. It's more than just a book. I suppose it might not seem that important to someone who doesn't live here, though. Alright, since you asked about my family earlier, I'm going to do the same thing. Is there a Mr. or Mrs. Viggo back home waiting for you? No, I can't say there is. How about a potential Mr. or Mrs. Viggo? Are you looking to date anyone? Damn, she's forward. Maybe. Come on, tell me. That's none of your business. There isn't really anyone. Let's see, anyone on your radar at least? Someone you think is cute? Well, there's someone. I don't want to commit to anyone yet, though. Shame you can't be with them now, then. Or are you talking about someone you met here? Maybe. Oh my! Hitting on you already. I know, I just got to this world. And I'm already getting hit on by dragons. Would it happen to be someone I know? I know. Who are you all into? Like, the only thing putting me off Bryce, he's been the nicest so far. The only thing putting me off is that he's a cop. That's literally, like, one of the reasons. She's quite cute. I don't like the fact that she wants kids. I don't know who else the eligible bachelors are. I haven't really spent time with Remy. With Posh one. And the high-pitch one seems a bit sort of, you know. And I suppose Sebastian's not an option. Am I missing someone out? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know who you know. Well, who is it? I'm not sure how many questions that was, but I'm pretty sure it's not your turn anymore. Are you even still playing this game? Just having fun. You and me both. You know, why don't we make this a little more interesting while we're at it? Huh? What do you suggest? Truth or dare? Ooh! What's that? Continue asking questions, but if one of us doesn't want to answer the question, we have to do something the other person tells us to. I don't even know what kind of dare I can make you do. could be something that would make me uncomfortable or something you'd like to see me do. He said, will we kiss? Will we smooch on the dragon mouth? Anything? Well, keep in mind that revenge might be coming quicker than you think, so don't ask someone for anything that you wouldn't do yourself. Got it, so who's first? You asked me the first few questions, so it's only fair if I start. She's like, ugh. Alright. Oh, which part of your body is the most ticklish? What is the most guarded secret? What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you? Ooh. Not the middle one, that's too deep for a bit of fun. Most embarrassing thing. Let me think. There's this one time where I was still a teenager, I was messing around and wanted to try out a new flying remover. A barrel roll! Do a barrel roll! Needless to say, it ended badly. Guess you didn't succeed then? No, the roll itself was fine, but I lost control after that and plunged right into the ground. Oh no. Oh, were you hurt? No, luckily I wasn't too high when I did it. There was a great puddle of mud on the ground right next to where I landed. Of course, all my friends were there to see it. That wasn't enough to stop you from ever trying again? No, if anything, it made me want to try harder. I'm going to say that's embarrassing. Since it's my turn now, what's your greatest wish? To be the very best, like no one ever was. Or world peace, or be rich. I mean, that would be nice. That would solve a lot of my problems. I think out of these, I mean, I would like for world peace, but I don't want to go with that because that's like the I think they'll be bored with that, you know? Like, yes, let it be known, I do want world peace. Let that blanket statement, world peace equals good. Be rich. Be rich and have the freedom to do what I want to, whenever I want to. Yes, that is the dream. And to get all my friends and family whatever the fuck they want. That is my dream, is being able to, like, gift people random shit. You know, if I had the money, I'd get people, like, prank gifts all the time as well as real gifts. Like, a big old comically sized plushie or something, because I think it's funny. You know? I see. Oh, she doesn't like that. Ooh. It would be nice, though. Yeah, although world peace would be nice. Okay, my turn. It's like, what would you do if you're invisible today? What's your physical flaw? Are you afraid of death? Are you scared to die? What was it Davy Jones says? Do you fear death? I can't do a Scottish accent. Prank gifts are the best. I know, right? I fucking love a good prank gift. Like, I wish I had the money for a lot of prank gifts. But, like, I'd get so much stupid shit. Just to, like, to mess with someone in a kind way, you know. What would you do if you're invisible for a day? Not me. On Christmas, I gave my whole family socks with my face all over them. Amazing, that's brilliant. That is the idea of a peak prank gift. That's great. It's just something silly, goofy. Invisible, huh? That's a hard one. I mean, no one will see my flying then, and I do want people to see that. Well, with this question, it's more like about what you would do if you had the opportunity to do something that could in court, like something mischievous or criminal. Oh, I know what I'd do. I'd check out the building they found along with the portal. Ooh, law drop. Okay, we got a building along with the portal. What building? Didn't you hear about that? Found a whole building along with the portal. It's actually underground, and they have it heavily guarded while a team of archaeologists work on it. I'm like into this. I'm like, this is deeper than I thought it would be. I thought it would be silly dragon dating sim, but I'm like, oh, they discovered a building. They discovered a building, chat. I think it might contain many secrets and answers about the portal where it came from. How long does this game take to beat? Hang on. Go on, how long to beat? Angels with Scaley Wings. Main story is 9 hours and completionist is 19.5 hours. What the Damn. I think we're in this for the long haul. I'm I'm into this. And I'll put the VOD up on YouTube. If you'll want to follow my YouTube, if you've missed a bit at the beginning and want to see the fucking wildness, that is, like, that is this game of a human fucking shooting a dragon, and just, it's absolutely bananas. It depends if you want one of the achievements, I guess. True, there are 63 achievements. 63, which I might... I'm definitely gonna play through this to the end, I think. I think it might contain many secrets and answers about the portal and where it came from. Interesting. I think I'd like to check that out as well. If you knew the world was about to end, what would you do? Ooh. Damn what? Yeah, like, there's this other ambassador chap, and he straight up shot, like, pulled out a gun real suddenly and shot someone, and then there was a murder that we helped investigate. We did a little murder investigation, and it was really weird. It sort of gave you something to look at, and then it had, like, multiple options what you thought happened, and we selected the big blood pile that was there, big blood puddle, and it was like, okay, how, like, what does this blood pile mean? And it was stuff like, oh, it meant he died there, it sort of meant the body was transported there, or it meant he had AIDS, and I'm like, what? And it's like, where did that come from? It was just like, it's like, oh yeah, this blood puddle means he has AIDS. It was so weird that it was absolutely insane. Okay, enjoy life to the fullest until the last moment. Say my last goodbyes and hope for the best. Stay outside and watch it all unfold before my eyes. Hide in a bunker deep underground. I'd want to be with my family. Like, if the world was ending... Well, if there was an apocalypse thing, I'd legit... I have an apocalypse plan in place. We have, like, we have a go bag, so we'd grab the go bag we have, and we'd head to my place of work, because apparently the walls are, like, it's meant to withstand a lot, our building, because it's a public venue, and it also has a cellar, so I'd go down to the cellar in my public work venue, and they would not be able to stop me. Okay, so my last goodbyes and hope for the best. An optimist until the very end, I like that. I am an optimist. If you could come back with me to my world right now, would you do it? What's your biggest regret? If I asked you to kiss me, would you do it? That's... Too soon. Too soon. Really random and weird question. Do you have a bottom half? I do. Let me show you my... Let me show you my bottom, chat. Whoop. Here we go. Hello. I am Fimsh. Here I am. I have little booties. And hang on. And webbed fingers with little fingernails. And sort of barnacles. And my little filigreed boots. My little booties. Don't think I've ever seen your full body. But it's here. Here it be. I don't show my full body very often, just because, like, you know, I just tend to have a top half. Cute. Oh, thank you. Do you have legs? I can't remember if I've seen your legs. That's a weird ass question. Do you have legs? Your model's really cute. Everyone go follow Amber. I'm gonna give you a shout out, actually. You can't stop me. Yeah. You do have legs. Nice. Okay, let's put this... Was this where I was? Hang on. Really can't stop me. Hey, I'm gonna shout out my friends. my cool streamer friends. I think I'll go with this one. I think that's still a bit deep. This is the first or second day that we've met her. Oh, sorry, I messed you up. Oh yeah, why can't we see the game? Hang on. This is... We can't see the game anymore. This is weird. Hang on. Oh no. You can see my Spyro background now. Go on. Ah, there we go. Fixed it. Good. Can send you my full body? Yeah, please. I'm not good at art, but if I were to ever draw Amber Elkhart fan art, if you could come back with me to my world right now, would you do it? That's a very difficult question, you know. Let me bump myself for making a scuff. Well, the words. I'm all sorted now. Do not worry. And I don't know why, because the game was showing on my screen, like, but not on OBS, which was fucking weird. Of course, I'd love to visit. Maybe it's some sort of vacation. Talking about permanently, I'm not sure if I could just pack up and leave everything behind like that. Right, from those we've met so far, who is the one you fancy most? I think I'll take a dare for this one. Oh, finally. What am I going to have you do? Whatever you like. No, I honestly have no idea. Take your time. Alright, let me think for a minute. I'm going to have a drink. Oh, it looks like it's getting late. Wait, what time is it? Whoops, it seems like we've been here longer than I thought. Probably should be going now. Seems like the rain stopped too. Yeah, that's great. You know, if you want me to come over again, you don't have to order anything to do it. But if you give me food... Hang on. My featured model isn't as big as it was. Is this gonna mess it up again? There we go. Here's my private number. Ooh, we've got a dragon's private number, everybody. I'll keep that in mind, thanks. Bye! Okay. Okay, more free time, what do I do? I think that is a good place to stop for today. This game is fucking bananas. And I want to continue if you'll want me to continue, because this has been weird and I kind of love it. I love how serious it takes itself. Yeah, if anyone wants to check the VOD, it will be on those links there. I want to find someone to raid. But thank you all for joining me for this. I am genuinely intrigued by this game. Yeah, you do. It's so weird. It's such a weird game. What caught me was when suddenly Razor just whipped out a gun. Just fucking shot Maverick the dragon. It's mad. Okay, let's find someone. Nubia's on. I could raid Nubia. Playing something called Collector. Or Sober hasn't got many viewers. Then they're playing Blueprints. So let's go to Sober. Because they pop into my chat quite a lot. New blueprint save with crowd control. Ooh, that sounds good. Let's start raid. Well, thank you all so much for being here. Ooh, that's a good game. Yeah, I still need to play it. I haven't played Blueprints. I've heard it's really good, but I be dumb. So if you'll want to see me be really dumb and frustrating on stream, I could play Blueprints if you wanted me to. But anyway, thank you for sticking through me through this. It's been quite a long stream. Hope you'll have an amazing Valentine's Day. Um, yeah, it's been good. I'm tired and I'm gonna have something to eat. Um, I'm not streaming tomorrow, but I'll probably be streaming Monday. I love you all so freaking much. Maybe next week we'll be playing more Dragon Game. We'll see. Mwah. Oh yeah, hugs to you, Amber. Hugs to everybody. Hugs and kisses. Mwah, mwah. Goodbye.